Well, the video is out there now, but what does it mean for the court case against David DePape? Joining us now to give us some context on the legal impact of this case is attorney Tony Brass. Tony, thanks so much for joining us. Now, we want to be clear, you're not on this case, but both prosecutors and the defense team did not want this video released. In fact, we just got this statement from DePape's defense team. I'm going to read it to you. It says, releasing this footage is disrespectful to Mr. Pelosi and serves no purpose except to feed the public desire for spectacle and violence. The footage is inflammatory and could feed unfounded theories about this case, and we are extremely concerned about Mr. DePape's ability to get a fair trial. All right, let's start, Mr. Brass, with your reaction to that statement. Do you agree with it?
I both agree and disagree. If I was Mr. DePape's attorney, I would probably say the same thing. But as a member of the public, I understand that there's a lot of social interest in the case. The case is someone who's a very important person in our community. The violence is of concern, and the video is available. And so the media's interest in show the public, to give the public answers about this is pressing also. But in any time I'm defending someone charged with a criminal act, I'm concerned about the creation of witnesses, which now we all are. I have now witnessed the attack on Paul Pelosi. I can't be a juror. I've witnessed this. And so that's a real concern. That is something that it does change the game for the defense attorney. It changes the game for the prosecution because it's true. We all will now form theories about this case. We all will have an idea of what happened because we laid eyes on it. And so, that's something that society has to balance. There are rules in place for certain types of victims of sexual assault, victims who are children. We protect those victims with anonymity. This is not that type of case. And so should this video be out? The court said yes. And, like anything else, let's put it like this. Had this happened in the middle of a stadium with 40,000 people watching, that would be unfortunate for the defense. But the fact is that those witnesses get to have their opinion, they get to have their view, and you don't get to have privacy when you commit crimes.
Now, I'm just curious if we can look at this a different way, though. Is it possible, though, the video being out there can help both the prosecution and the defense? Is that even possible?
Well, it doesn't help in this sense. Could it help the prosecution achieve a win? Maybe. But what both sides want, what both the prosecution and defense sides want, is due process. To do that, both sides want to present a jury with the evidence that they are not familiar with, that they're seeing for the first time in court, under the controls of the court's rulings regarding what comes in and what doesn't. And so when evidence exists and starts getting published, uniquely media evidence, things like video, then what happens is that everyone sees this before they're even in that courtroom. I don't know if a judge would rule that part of this video doesn't come in. I don't know if there's other concerns from an evidentiary point of view that the defense attorney now has to try to limit, but also will know that everyone's already seen this video. So they can't be limited. So I can't foresee what will happen in that trial, but this is a piece of evidence that is now being viewed without judicial control. And both sides, you can't acquit or convict somebody unless you have thoroughness in the process. And so this does sort of betray that. We have jumped the corral. Now everyone is seeing this before a judge is ruling whether or not this is all admissible. Now, I would predict it would be. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. I don't see, nothing jumps out at me why this video wouldn't come into trial. But I'm also not in the trial. And I know that at times when I am, one is surprised and how the evidence is shaped by a judge who no longer will be able to do that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, no doubt. All right, Tony, thank you so much. We will have the very latest developments for you on air and online at KPIX.com, and you can always find us streaming on CBS News Bay Area.